Hello everybody, this video is about virtual terminals in Linux. Virtual terminals help in creating multi-user environment in Linux. They allow user to work on different programs at the same time on same computer, but user has to log in either as same or as different user to conduct various tasks simultaneously. Virtual terminals offer command line interfaces for executing user commands. They work similar to the default terminal, which is the home screen of the Linux system, and supports graphical user interface, means one can work with mouse in the default terminal. And it is invoked using Control Alt and T key combination or using Control Alt and function key F7. Linux by default supports 6 virtual consoles, and the knowledge of keyboard shortcuts becomes necessary as mouse cannot be used with virtual terminals for they work in command line interface. To work with the virtual terminal, the user has to press key combination Control Alt plus function key F1 or F2 or F3 and so on up to F6 depending upon the virtual terminal to be invoked. After getting the virtual terminal, user is asked about user identification, name and password for logging in. If user is ordinary user, he will get $prompt after authentication of user ID and password. Otherwise, if he is administrative user or root user, he will get hash symbol as a command prompt. After getting the command prompt, user is ready to work with his commands. Here TTY command is used for getting the terminal type or teletype number of a device. User can navigate between different virtual terminals using key combinations Control Alt plus function keys F1 to F6. F1 is used for first virtual terminal, F6 for last virtual terminal, and F7 is used for default terminal, which supports graphical user interface. By default, you are logged into the terminal and it supports graphical user environment of Linux. Here, a virtual terminal is logged into using user type of root, means user is administrative user. Then a command add user lippy is used to create an account lippy. Password is asked, and after successfully creating home directory, user group, and getting the information, you again get this root prompt which indicates the successful completion of the previous command. Previous command may be successfully completed or may be terminated, but then you get prompt again so that you can issue the next command. Here whoami command is used to see the user login, and you are getting root, which supports that you are getting hash because you are a root user. Who command is used to see various users logged in. Again in this screen, $prompt is shown to indicate that user is ordinary user. Here who command is used, and again you are getting a list of users who have logged in, terminal type, date and time of logging in. Whoami command gives now lippy, who is an ordinary user. You can see the ID of this user using ID command. Uname command is used to see the system details. If you want more details about the system, then you can use uname space -a command. And history command is used to see the list of commands previously executed. If you want to view all the users who are working on different virtual terminals, you have to use who command. Here, the output of who command is giving all the terminals used by different users or same users. Like Lippy is working on 3 terminals, TTY 4, 5 and 1. Niche is working on terminal type 2. Root is working on terminal type 3. And Indo user is working on PTS/1. What is the difference between terminal type 4 and PTS? PTS stands for pseudo terminal slave, which means it is emulated by a program, while TTY stands for terminal type, and it asynchronously transmits and receives serial data, and it is either hardware or kernel emulated. This is the list of keyboard shortcuts which are required for working with virtual terminals. With the home key or end key, one can move the cursor to the beginning or to the end of a line. Tab for auto completion of commands. Control U erases the current line. Control W deletes the word before the cursor. Control K deletes the line from the current cursor position to the end. Reset for resetting the terminal. History commands execution is already shown. Arrow up and arrow down are used for scrolling up and down. Control D is very important when you want to log out from the terminal. Control Alt Del key combination is used for rebooting the system. This is all about virtual terminals. Hope you enjoyed the session.